All right, it's your boy, and I'm back. 12 minutes of nonsense, you know what I'm saying? 12 minutes of ridiculous. My name is Nathan Hurd, and this is just 12 minutes of me talking about I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. Um Christmas just happened. That was cool. I had a colonoscopy. Not that wasn't cool. I ain't like that. I shit so much, y'all. Like I should have got like wipes or something before the things happened, but I did not. And so when I tell you my balloon knot was raw, like it was like I don't even at a certain point you just stop, you stop wiping and you just kind of dabbing on it. Like you just kind of you got to dab it like it's a scrape, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that. Um I think it actually swole up my booty cheeks is what it did because I was wiping so much, and it's just stank water at this point. It's not there's no solidity to anything coming out of you. You're just basically just peeing out your butt is what you're doing. Um, and it's not cool. And I'm gonna be honest with you because they make you drink this stuff that tastes like I don't know. It tastes like what I imagine the floor of a public pool bathroom would taste like. If you can put that picture into your mind and in your taste buds. That's what it tastes like. Um, and it makes your stomach feel like you just drank the floor of a public, bathroom. That's what it make you feel like. And then you doo-doo, and then you doo-doo a lot more. Because you got to drink, I had to drink, 12 cups, full cups, in like every 15 minutes until it was just gone. And then in the morning, I had to get up, drink some more of that shit. And then I go to this colonoscopy thing. And first off, I'm thinking, oh, so, it's going to be me in a room, by myself, and they're gonna come in there. Nah, bruh. It was a motherfucking assembly line. All right, there was like 13 other motherfuckers in the big room, and they was like, "All right, this your bed. These are the tubes we gonna use." They put the tubes on me. Like they were like, "All right, these are your tubes. You gotta remember that these are for your ass." And because we had to clean, we had to fire steam these bitches. They was already in somebody else's ass, and we gotta, but these are yours. And then they was like, "This your first time?" I was like, "Nah," but there's other dudes over there, and there's no like, it's just curtains. It's just curtains because healthcare, and so you can hear other motherfuckers be like, "Yeah," you can hear other people's news, and I don't want to hear other people's news if I've never done this before. Like somebody's in there like, "Yeah, man, you only found 7 polyps this time." And the dude's like, "Yeah, good. I've been doing better." And I'm thinking about like, what the fuck is a polyp, homie? Like, and then a dude come in, he like, "Yeah. So we gonna do anything. If we find something, we just gonna take that bitch out, and then like it'll be something else." And I'm like, what the fuck y'all think y'all gonna find up in there that I ain't even know about? And so I'm waiting for like 2 hours because they're like somebody came in and actually was like, "All right, so there's 3 people in front of you." Like it was an assembly line feel for sure. Like even the nurses were handling it like bed 3, okay, move him out. Bed 4, I'm gonna move bed 4 up and bed 5 right behind there. I'm gonna put him like we was pole position in NASCAR or some shit. So finally it's my turn. I go in the thing and they give you something called Versed, which basically makes you forget. And they also give you fentanyl, which we had to sit down about that because you know what I'm saying, like I don't just want to be like, I don't want to, if I'm gonna die, I want to know it. You know what I'm saying? So, but then they give you something called Versed, and now I'm really intolerant to pain medication. So I'm like, well, I hope I forget this shit. But here's the thing. So I remember everything. I don't want to. I remember I was awake sleep the whole time. But the problem is that I remember everything. I remember that it really did not take that long. I also remember that here's the part that I really remember, and here's the part that I don't like. I remember somebody picking up one of my, because you on your side. So you're on your left side. I remember, first of all, I remember that the nurse was so about the business that she didn't realize that I couldn't move because I had all these pins and shit in me and waiting all these wires and this hose and shit. And so my hand was just propped up and she kept putting her boobie on my hand. Like, and I like boobies, okay? But I don't think that either one of us was trying to either get booby or give booby in that situation. So the fact that she just kept resting that sumbitch on my goddamn hand, I was like, hey, look, I'm not saying like, I mean, good for you for having them that big at that, because she was in, probably in the 50s or late 40s, 50s or something like that. So good for you for having them that firm. But like, I'm in a situation right now. Okay. Okay. Not only is my back out, my back's about to be blown the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, just get your titty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so the part that I really remember though is like I'm on my left and I felt a dude pick up my booty cheek and swab my hole with some lube. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm a freak, okay? I'm a freaky motherfucker. I done did some shit. So, hey, hey, look, sometimes it be, dude, hey, look, some bitches is freaky. Okay. And they look, hey, college, and then for some time, like in your 30s, what you trying, look, I ain't, you know what it is, but here's the problem though. He did that shit mad business like, and I did not appreciate the business like factor of somebody lifting up my booty. He ain't even spread them. He just lifted one up and just swabbed it. Like he got the whole, here's the thing. He got the whole thing with one finger. He knew how to do it. He was so proficient at the one finger booty hole swab that it was quick. And then he just let my booty cheek drop. And I felt like, cause here's the thing, I'm high as fuck right now because I'm on that ooey so I don't, feel this stuff, but I'm also like kind of conscious and I'm like, hey man, this is something I don't want to have to remember. I don't want to have to remember that I felt the weight of my booty cheek fall back and smack my other booty cheek after getting lubed up by a dude on an assembly line. I don't want to remember that shit. But guess what I remember? I remember that. I remember the initial here we go, and I remember feeling it in my guts, and I remember looking and like I was feeling it in my guts, and then all of a sudden I could see it on the screen, and then I remember thinking to myself, how the fuck am I watching this? Like why the fuck am I watching this? And then the next thing I remember, I remember coming back and we were finishing up. I don't remember the middle part. I remember the worst parts. Okay. I remember the takeout and I remember the put in and I vividly remember the one finger booty hole swab. Okay. I remember that so vividly. I can remember how he let my booty cheek go and how it came down on the other booty cheek and clapped. My booty clapped, y'all, and I don't know if it was the lube that was in betwixt my cheeks or if it was the weight of my right cheek. And I've been afraid to find out for myself for the past week because that's when I had last week. And so, I feel like y'all the first ones I'm telling this to. And that's what I had to really worry about because cause at first I was really worried about crushing, like I didn't want to crush my balls with my thighs, so I had to pull my dick and balls forward, but I also couldn't grab them, and my penis started to turtle a little bit. So I was like, oh, that's not cool. I don't want to go into this bitch turtling because I don't want to have to move around a lot while there's a tube, in my asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but I also didn't want, because I would have had to reach over the lady's titty that was on my hand to get to my cock and balls. And so it was just, I didn't want to remember all this, but I remember the worst parts of it. And that Versed does not work. And I just want like the medical professionals to know that shit, maybe just knock me all the fuck way out. Okay. Cause I don't want to remember he businessed my booty hole and it feels, and here's the thing. He did a great job. I can't deny the man. Like he wasn't in there for too long. I don't want him in there rummaging around trying to figure it out. That doesn't instill confidence in there. I need him to be that proficient at the application of lube on a booty hole. Be back, if I was him, I would want to be touching other dudes' booty holes as little as possible. Actually, if I'm him, I would like to touch anybody else's booty hole as little as possible, especially if it's part of my job. So I get that he is supposed to be good at his job, and he was, but it felt impersonal. You know what I mean? Like, and I wish I wouldn't have remembered that it felt impersonal. And man, just the weight of my booty cheek hitting my other booty cheek, it made me sad that other people heard that. You know what I mean? Like, it made me sad that other people heard the me clap. I clapped. They clapped my ass. You ever had somebody clap your cheeks for you? You know what I mean? Like, they twerked for me, and I don't know how I feel about it, y'all. I just don't. So so that's what happened with my colonoscopy, y'all, and that was crazy. And then my girlfriend got me some sais for Christmas, and a Zelda sword, 2 Zelda swords, and an ocarina. I like cosplay and shit, and I realized I switched topics, but we said that this is 12 minutes of fucking nonsense, didn't we? So that's what the fuck you gonna get. You gonna get 12 minutes of goddamn nonsense. So anyway, Christmas was dope as hell. My girlfriend and my girlfriend's daughter, they showed out. I got 2 swords, 2 cosplay Zelda swords. I got fucking some sais. She got me some motherfucking sais, like some real sais, like martial, like real sais. I don't know how the fuck she got them, because I have some mini sais, but mine are kind of just like practice size. These ones are actual like cosplay. Like, I don't even know if I could take them to cosplay. They're real size. They're fucking dope. And I used to have a pair, but I lost them in storage. I used to have a ton of martial art weapons, and I lost the storage unit way back in the day, and they all left, and so I ain't got them no more. I ain't got no more of my fucking, like, I had a bunch of gold medals from like track meets and stuff that I've been in. I had some fucking gold medals from like horse racing stuff that I'd done, like not jockeying, but like barrel racing and shit, like from camp and shit. I had gold ribbons and shit. I lost all that shit in a storage unit, so it was dope that she got me some that actually was dope. She also got me some insoles for my shoes, which was dope because my feet always hurt, and I have old ass shoes and I need to get some new shoes. But she got me some insoles, and the insoles, oh my god, when I tell you that I was like, damn, y'all really be just walking around here and y'all feet don't be hurting like my feet? That's crazy. So the insoles is dope. And then she got me a whole like a hot sauce tasting menu, like a bunch of different hot sauces. And see, they want to do it like they have vision. Like my girlfriend and her daughter, like they wanted to do it like they have vision, like because they have vision. So they wanted to look at the hot sauce and be like, okay, this hot sauce will be good with this. And I'm like, man, I got bad vision. I don't want to read. I just want to grab one, throw it on some food, and see if it tastes good. And they did not like that. That's how I am. But that's what the fuck they chose. Okay, and you know, no take backs. Haha, you got this. So Christmas was good. We had Christmas dinner, and I got my kid some stuff. I wasn't able to get my kid as much stuff as I wanted to, even though she's like earned everything. She's really, we gotta get her grades up a little bit. But other than that, she's fucking an amazing goddamn kid. And I just couldn't get her as much as I wanted to get her because niggas is broke these days. And I gotta get some more shows. I'm gonna tour this year. I'm gonna fucking my goal this year is I want to sell out a theater, like a 5,000 seat theater. That's my goal by the end of the year. I want to do it sometime in November, maybe when I film my next special. But yeah, man. But other than that, man, it was a pretty good Christmas. I don't know what the fuck we're doing for New Year's. My girlfriend doesn't like fireworks because of that time that she had got blown up. Wow, it's happened twice actually. She's got almost blown up twice. That girl has more fucking trauma than I've ever heard of anybody in my entire life. I don't know why she's not a fucking supervillain yet, and I'm hoping that it's just me because when she throw it back, it's too good for me to just quit. I might just have to be a supervillain too, but it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be. I would not be a good supervillain. I like people. I think it would be just hard for me to be a supervillain. I like people. But I also think that I'm glad that she's not a supervillain because, man, but she does got supervillain throwback. You know what I mean? Like she got supervillain pussy. That she really do. It's so dope. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Like I said, it's 12 minutes of nonsense. All right, y'all. So yeah, that was it, man. We went and we had we had a good Christmas, and we gonna fuck around, have a good New Year, and that's what we gonna do, man. Also, my girlfriend, like, my kid got me she made me a baby blanket. She made me a Kiki. I have a baby blanket that I be fucking with all the time. I've been stemmed. It does not look like a blanket no more. But this fucking girl crocheted me an entire ass blanket, y'all. An entire ass blanket. She'll crochet the thing, and it's the same consistency of my Kiki. She trying to act like it's not a big deal. I was trying to like I had to play it cool, like, thank you and shit like that. But I wanted, like, my part of my body was like, oh my god, she likes me. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. When a kid, like, notices you do something, like just something small. Like the other day, she noticed that, like, I set my watch to like 20 minutes periodically, and then just keep it there to kind of keep me in the now. Like, just I have it go off every 20 minutes to remind me, oh, you're doing a thing, you're in the present. And my girl was like, why is your watch going off? And my daughter was just like, oh, he does that because of this, and she knew exactly why. And that was fucking crazy to me. That was it was insane. And I love that fucking girl so goddamn much, and it makes me uncomfortable. But I just, cause I don't know, I don't know, she just dope. Ain't never had nobody fucking like me like these two motherfuckers like me. I spilled something in the middle of the night a couple nights ago, and I was getting up to pee, and I spilled something, and I kicked it, and it was like a glass thing, and it didn't break, but I woke her up, and I woke up my girl, and the first thing I said was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't break it. It's not broken. I didn't kick it over. It's not dirty." And she was like, "I don't give a fuck about that," and she was all startled. She was like, "I don't care about that. Are you okay?" And I realized, I was like, "Oh fuck." Like, I wasn't used to, like, I realized that it was fucked up that my first thought was not, am I okay? My first thought was, I'm sorry I did something wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and that's fucking crazy. I'm sorry that this got real quick, but that made me want to drop kick. I just wanted to, like, I don't know, I just felt like I should drop kick her in the face right now for making me feel emotions. And I didn't, bitch, I ain't sign up for this. I did not sign up for emotions and shit. Stop it. Okay? Stop making me feel like a human. I don't like it, okay? Damn it. What y'all doing over here? Making me feel loved? Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. Feeling loved and getting your ass probed in the same damn week is some bullshit. Okay, that's basically, I guess, what we gonna finish on and stop with on this episode of 12 Minutes of Nonsense, y'all. It's, of course, been more than 12 minutes, but, sometimes it be like that. This episode is coming out a little late because I didn't know how I wanted to talk about my booty being looked in. I really didn't. I knew I wanted somebody I needed to say something about it, but I didn't know how to. It was the weight that I still feel of my booty cheek. Somebody clapped my cheeks for me, and I didn't like it, but they told me I wouldn't remember it, and I do, and I feel like that's false advertising, and I should sue somebody for that shit. Anyway, please follow me on everything. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, especially YouTube. Like and share all my stuff. I got some new merch coming. This is Nathan, Nathan Hurd. It's 12 minutes of nonsense. It's nonsense, but I appreciate the hell out y'all for listening. If you love them, hug them for 6 seconds or more, and high five everybody, y'all. And I'll holler at y'all next week. Deuces.